Welcome back. This week we talk about the brief shutdown of TikTok, how Meta and Mark Zuckerberg are preparing for the new administration. Progresso is making soup cough drops, and I didn't say that wrong. You heard that right. Pakistan Airways has an unfortunate advertisement, and when you see the picture, you'll understand what we're talking about. Hackers can potentially now target your sex toys, so maybe stop using that butt plug. Brad Pitt is the latest in a long run of celebrities used in romance scams. And then another UK adult star goes for the 1,000-man record or 1,000-person record, however you want to see it. And then acclaimed director David Lynch passes away. And then this week's Am I the Asshole? Is family money considered, or is lottery winnings considered family money? We'd like to thank Mark Stadler, Kylie Gangwish, Colby Jordan, Chantel Stadler, Kevin Garahan, my father, Andres Vaez the God, Lord Reverend Professor S.J. Lugnuts, Colton Zammersla, and Pantera Girl. And away we go.
I ain't scared of you motherfuckers. I'm on it.
Hey, Freak Show! You're going nowhere!
We'll do it live! Fuck it!
Welcome back, kids and coaches, to another episode of West of Nowhere. I am Levi.
And I'm Shane.
And we are back, and, just another totally normal day in America. We got a lot of pretty casual things going on. This time tomorrow, old Donnie J will be sworn in, so that's exciting. He's already fixing the world's problems. He already revived TikTok from its 6-hour death. So yeah, that's obviously not that wasn't planned at all. So, which is crazy because he's like, I'm banning that fucking thing, and then I'm assuming you. Well, maybe you didn't, but there was a message if you tried to get on TikTok.
Yeah.
And it was like, hey, we're business is over. Everything must go. And then, 6 or 7 hours later, it's like, well, thanks to President Trump, we're glad that we can remain. I'm like, didn't he fucking hate you guys? Like, literally 6 months ago? I don't know. But
yeah. It's so ironic that he, it was a big part of us launching that investigation into TikTok.
Yeah.
And then...
Well, they had fucking congressmen interviewing the president or the company's CEO and shit.
Mm-hmm.
Like asking him all these technical questions, asking him how the internet works, not understanding any of it, and kind of just embarrassing the country as a whole. But so, yeah. And it's back. And I have a sneaking suspicion that the real only interest he had in doing that is that it allowed him to
be the savior.
Yeah. So
I believe so too.
So that's exciting. Anyway, we got some comments going on.
We asked for them.
We got them.
T-Ferg delivered.
Well, Kylie's in there too.
Oh yeah.
I had to sort by newest to find them because apparently her comments aren't that good. So T-Ferg's all outranked hers, but we'll start with the 9-year-old tattoo one. T-Ferg says, I just looked up a report on the 9-year-old who got the tattoo, and the artist charged $500. This is a huge upcharge, and he was trying to scare them away with that price, but they were willing right away. Normally, he charges $80 for that size, so he charged 6.25 times more than normal. Hilarious that they paid $500 for that.
Yeah,
that's so stupid. Because you know how small a 9-year-old's arm is? Like, that's not much space that thing covers at all. So, like, they couldn't find a guy that just had tattoo equipment,
Yeah.
There's always one of those guys around. I used to be that guy. Wouldn't have tattooed a child though. I have standards, okay? For some things.
For $500, I'm tattooing a 9-year-old.
Yeah. All right, fair enough. Don't even know how, but I'm gonna do it.
Yeah, I got it, dude.
It's gonna look bad, but Kylie, she tagged it with the timestamp for it. She says in all caps, but I'm not gonna yell. Trump doesn't even like immigrants. Embarrassing behavior. Yeah, correct. And they're probably not even. They probably don't care about that. It's probably. What I found is people in certain demographics that don't like or that like Trump, but he has been very outspoken against people in that group. They kind of just assume that he's talking about other ones. Well, it's not me, it's them, obviously.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Which is a pretty interesting practice of compartmentalization. But yeah, pretty cool. T-Ferg said that he showed the marriage prank clip to his wife, and as soon as you started talking about a white party with everyone wearing white, before you could get to the punchline, she goes, "Oh no, KKK." I had to keep a straight face because I heard the podcast yesterday and knew what was coming. That's funny. I also, while I was saying that, like while I was talking about that, I was watching your face, and I realized that I needed to rush to say something to discuss that it wasn't like a Klan rally very quickly, because I was like, I saw your wheels turn, and I'm like, oh boy, I gotta get ahead of this one. So that's funny. And oh yes, he has to say about the North Sentinelese people is that they're terrifying. I'd never want to crash on that island while flying or on a boat. I don't want to crash on any island while flying or on a boat, but I feel like in that situation, you think that they'd be a little more chill because they realized that you didn't want to be there, that you just ended up there on accident.
I don't think so.
Because they'd have to recognize a broken boat, They'd be like, that thing's fucked, you guys. What if it was like that scene in, was it Sex Drive, where the Amish guy fixes the GTO? You remember that?
Yeah.
Yeah.
He's like, yeah, no problem. No problem. We did all the work for you. Yeah.
Yeah. It was like, are you sure you can help me? Oh, yeah. No, I probably don't know anything about this 1969 GTO, blah, blah, blah. Like, fucking just breaks down. That shit's great. Just wonderful. So, if you want to, be a pal, be a friend, you can leave a comment on our YouTube videos or in the Spotify about whatever. You can just tell us how your day is going, or if you want to talk about whatever we talk about, that's fine too. So, before we get into any news stories, I told you this a little bit before the show got started, but there's a school, one of them fancy Montessori schools across the street from where I live, and for the past 3 or 4 days, these kids have been constructing large snowballs, roughly all the same size, roughly almost as tall as them, and they have them all assembled in a line.
All right.
And obviously I can't ask them because then I'd have to talk to them, and that's not a good look. So I am just like trying to figure out in my own head, or asking my friends that have kids about it. Nobody's really got a certain answer. So then I go to my brother's house for our family dinner, and I'm driving past the elementary school where my niece goes, and they got a bunch of big ass snowballs on their fucking playground too. So now now I'm concerned because this is not an isolated incident. It's a pattern and it's growing. So they're organized, and I don't know how much time we have left, but
You know what you do? You just call the school as a concerned citizen, and you're like, yo, why do you have all these large snowballs
yeah,
in your schoolyard?
yeah.
And of course, they're not going to tell you, but
Yeah,
it would be pretty funny.
it'd be interesting for their day. I just want to know what's going on, because do I need to construct my own apparatus? Like, are we about to have a real epic snowball fight? Like,
You definitely need to build a trebuchet.
that'd be great. I wish I could. Man, those things are sick. But yeah, so anyway, that's a update in my life. Obviously a lot happening if that's the kind of stuff I'm paying attention to, but you know, what do you want from me? They had TikTok down for 6 hours. I start paying attention to weird stuff.
Dude, it's just all I can see is that meme that's got Pablo Escobar in it, just
Yeah.
like standing in a pool,
Yeah.
sitting on a swing. That was you when TikTok was down for 7 hours. You were just like, I don't know what to do with my life.
Yeah.
Just you standing in the window of your house going,
What the fuck are they doing
giant
over there?
snowballs.
Yeah.
Why?
Why? Yeah. No, I actually don't use it that much, and the problem is because it works too good. I can't get on it for very long because then I look up and it's 2 hours later and I'm like, what the fuck just happened?
Dude, there's this video style on there where like it starts off with someone talking,
Yeah.
and then it cuts to like scenery and like music playing in the background, and I love every single one of them.
It's
And
just,
the algorithm has started to feed me just those video
Yeah.
types. It's insane.
yeah. Yeah, I don't, what's kind of funny is I don't really have a specific like thing for my algorithm, because it's pretty all over the place, which makes sense because that's kind of how I am. But yeah, so we got it back though. Don't worry, everybody. My first thought process behind it was that they were kind of setting up, and they still could be, I guess, but because the whole thing was they wanted foreign people, like they want this company that has so much influence on people in the United States to not be owned by a foreign company,
Yeah.
which makes sense. But honestly, and I was talking about that with somebody before, like that kind of would be scarier if it was owned by the United States, because what can China really do with all that data and information? They can make you buy certain products. They can really like shoehorn things like that.
Yeah.
But if an American company has all of that information, like it gets real weird. So specifically if politicians are involved in it at all, because it's like, all right, well, now what are you going to use all that information for?
Evil.
Obviously. So yeah, but my suspicion was that, I don't know if you have seen this, but Mark Zuckerberg has been on a just a bro stretch for the last couple weeks. He's really trying to lean into his young male demographic right now. He is preparing for the Trump administration in a few interesting ways. Number one, he and their company Meta has now removed all of like the diversity things that they had implemented at their offices. So basically this is like, we're not going to cater to anybody outside of the gender norms, right? They're just the two, right? We're getting rid of all of that. And in my mind, it's because they're going to be losing Like you can get like tax write-offs for doing stuff like that when, some companies get tax write-offs for hiring felons or having a certain percentage of a certain minority or whatever. Like that isn't another one. So now that's going to be going away with Trump coming in office, he's like getting ahead of it. Like we're getting rid of that. Number 2, points Dana White to Meta's board. So Dana White, obviously a big friend with Donald Trump. They're fucking bros.
Oh, wow.
And then lastly, most recently, goes on to the Joe Rogan Experience, the number 2 podcast underneath us. Don't look it up, but he goes on there and is basically talking about all these different things. But one of the things that he really hammers home and is like obsessed with talking about is that the companies need more masculine energy. So we're getting, he's teetering into the alpha territory, bro. So it's kind of interesting to see him go from barely sentient robot into perfect replica of the average Joe Rogan listener, Very exciting stuff that we have in terms of robots and how lifelike they're looking too, because I've been seeing memes where he's the picture of him at that I think it was a Congress thing, and then him on Joe Rogan, and it was a clip from the first Terminator where he's talking about the different types of robots. And he's like, yeah, the first ones had like rubber skin, and then the new ones, they evolved and made it more human-like.
Yeah.
That's perfect. Yeah, so pretty exciting stuff. In other tech-related news, did you know, or have you ever thought about the potential for hackers and what kind of things outside of like your computer and phone that they could hack?
I mean, I don't typically spend too much time thinking about it, but I mean, I know that most shit, if it's connected to the internet, essentially, you know what I mean? Like I'm probably at like a super huge disadvantage in a hotel on hotel Wi-Fi.
Oh yeah, probably. Yeah. Good thing you didn't just tell the internet that though. So
Nice. Find me first, bitch.
Yeah. Ends up being that geolocator guy that like takes like a picture of like one random thing and then it's just like figures out where you are.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. Anyway, what kind of things would you be surprised to hear that they can hack a smart fridge?
No, I mean that makes sense. Like, right, it's got the connection to the internet.
What about casino fish tanks?
Casino fish tanks.
Yeah.
No, I would never. Yeah, that'd be pretty surprising.
Well, a lot of these fancy big time casinos with the huge aquariums, a lot of their computers, like a lot of the things that they use to maintain it are connected to the internet, so they can be maintained remotely if necessary. Pretty interesting.
Oh, wow. Okay.
But this article is talking about a different type of device. There is a potential for sex toys to be hacked.
What the fuck?
Which would be wild, right?
I mean, I think so I guess it does make sense because I know there's those things you can get for your partner where they like.
Yeah, it's like a remote stimulation thing.
Yeah, and then you can get the app and you can be like, you know what? Buzz,
Yeah.
Whatever.
Yeah. So there's no confirmed cases that it has happened.
Yeah.
Also, would you even tell anybody? You know what I mean? Like,
yeah.
How would that conversation go? But anyway, yeah. So what is it? There's an acronym. Oh yeah, the Department for Science, Innovation, and Technology in the United Kingdom has reported that hackers could potentially inflict personal harm by overheating it, locking it indefinitely, like these different devices.
Yeah.
And
Overheating.
then also psychologically fucking with people. Yeah. Yeah, overheating. Yeah, like running
That's
it
the
too high for too long, and then it just...
yeah. So that's the one that sounds scary.
Yeah.
The rest of them, it's just like you're threatening me with pleasure.
Yeah. Potentially. I mean,
Right.
yeah.
Yeah.
There was a company who had settled for $3.75 million in 2017 after it was discovered that the device was collecting intimate data without user consent. And that same company had a sex toy that had a camera on it that was hacked that same year. And yeah, so that's kind of crazy. It's not something I ever thought about, but it is now. Also, have you ever used one of those remote things?
No, never.
So this is before I got out when I was in Washington. I matched with this girl from my hometown, and she was like, well, I have this thing that we can do. And I was like, oh shit.
Yeah.
It was pretty wild. It was awkward, kind of, but it was cool. I don't know. I'm sure the technology is way better now. So anyway, if you've ever used any of those, drop a comment. Tell us about your experience.
Yeah, just put it in the comments about how you had a fun time one time.
Dude, can you imagine just randomly all of our comments for an episode is just sex related stuff? Like, what is happening? These guys really took a turn. I liked them before they got all weird. You're familiar with soup, yes?
I know what soup is. I've
Okay.
heard about it.
Do you prefer your soup to be hot or cold?
Hot.
Okay.
Cold soup just sounds weird. I know that there is cold soup, but
Would you like your soup to be liquid or solid?
what the fuck? How would it be solid and hot?
Well, it wouldn't be. But Progresso
Frozen soup.
Soup is going to make soup drops, which, doesn't really sound attractive, but it's a kind of like a cough drop type of deal, and it's going to be flavored like chicken noodle soup. And this is their branding from msnnews.com. It's being billed as, quote, soup you can suck on.
No.
Yeah, dude, it's right here in the thing. So that's pretty cool.
Like soup suckers?
It's like cough drops, but they're
Oh, so not frozen soup, like
just like a candied, flavored something.
We didn't need that, Campbell's.
It's a Progresso, not Campbell's.
Same difference, whatever.
They're
We
very
didn't need it.
Campbell's is being smart and just removing soup from all their labels. Progresso's losing their fucking minds. Like, how do we cater to fucking Gen Alpha? Soup you can suck on. That'll do it. Let's go. Which, that's a great slogan, but I feel like online marketing is kind of a mixed bag, right? Because like you can have something that's like that might actually not be that bad, because when you're sick, two things you need: fucking chicken noodle soup and a cough drop. We just put them together for you, buddy. That's pretty cool. But also people thought it was funny, so like me, like it's a soup you can suck on.
Yeah.
Yeah. However, sometimes online marketing does not end well. Like, this advertisement for Pakistan International Airlines. This is a real thing. Actually, you know what? I'm going to get it off reader mode so you can see it on an actual website.
Oh, no, no. Oh, dude.
I have no idea how you don't do that. Like how do you fuck that up?
So,
This is incredible. Literally all you had to do is just shift everything over to the right and the Eiffel Tower over here on the left, and boom, you're golden. You're fucking golden.
that's a threat, dude. Paris better be ready.
Oh yeah. This is a screen thing from their Twitter. So
Yeah.
you can see the little thing down here. I mean, resuming flights between Islamabad and Paris from January 10th. Yeah, dude, let's go. So
Well,
so
the
that's how you
gauntlet has
don't
been
do
thrown
that.
down.
Yeah. What?
The gauntlet has been thrown down.
Yeah. Okay, we're gonna do some Hollywood news. How about that? You remember a couple
Okay.
weeks ago when we were talking about Keanu Reeves being the center of a romance scam? Somebody was faking being Keanu Reeves. You know what I'm talking about?
Oh yeah, yeah. Because the chick was like, "Don't fall for those scams," and then she fell for a scam
Yeah.
with Keanu Reeves.
Yeah. I can't tell if this is the same person, but it would be hilarious. But some woman has now been scammed by a Brad Pitt scammer. And do you want to take a guesstimate of how much money she was scammed out of?
$100,000.
The relationship lasted over a year.
$500,000. More? That's fucking
850,000. So
dude.
that's pretty cool. Yeah, it would the person pretty much claimed to be Brad Pitt, did some real shitty Photoshop, maybe even AI images to scam this lady. I want to find some of these pictures because the article I have doesn't have any of the pictures, but they're fucking hilarious. They're so bad. Oh yeah, here we go.
The level of confidence that you have to have as a scammer is astounding.
Yeah.
Because I feel like if I tried to do that, I could probably get away with a little bit of a conversation with somebody, and then after a while, I would just think it was too funny. Like I would just.
Yeah. So these are the images.
Wow.
I mean, like, this one doesn't even match the neck color. I don't know. The lighting's all fucking wonky, but I guess if you're like an older person, maybe. This one, I can't get a good picture of it, but oh yeah, this one. That's my favorite.
No.
Yeah, dude. Pretty cool. Yeah.
They're getting out of hand, man.
Yeah. Yeah. I don't know. It's kind of unsettling because that I feel like it's just gonna keep going, you know, with
Oh yeah, for sure.
how quickly like how quickly this was like the AI has changed and grown in the last few years. So yeah. All right, we're gonna shift slightly. It's you remember our girl, our queen, Lily Phillips, you know, old 1K in 24 hours.
I just saw something about her yesterday. Nice.
Yeah, so I don't know that she's done it, but another UK porn star
Yeah.
has came out and said that she's done it. 1057.
1070. Go ahead. Sorry.
1057. So
Yeah,
yeah.
I saw like a clip on Twitter of this random chick that I had never even heard of before, and she was talking about how she did that. Yeah.
Yeah. Pretty wild, pretty cool. Got to give it up to her, but also this lady I thought was the other one at first. And I mean, now that I'm looking at it, they don't look like exactly the same, but Lily Phillips is on the right in this bigger picture right here. And this is Bonnie Blue, who has reportedly broken that record.
Yeah.
And so when I saw the articles pop up, I'm like, oh, she did it. Oh, shit. Because I didn't read the name. I was so excited to talk about it on the show. But this lady, this animal, did it in 12 hours.
Yeah.
That's more. Oh, that's crazy. I did have an article pulled up that had a fucking map. It had there was like a flow chart of how the fucking structure of the thing went.
Yeah.
Where's it at? Ugh.
And I'm pretty sure that she listened to our episode
Yeah.
because it sounds like she did exactly what we said would be the way.
What? She fluffed them, or they were fluffing? People
Well,
fluffed?
if I remember correctly, she said that like there would be one. At first, they were doing 5 at a time. Then they swapped to just doing 1 at a time because she wanted to give the guys more time. So what she was doing was she'd have one guy having sex with her, and she'd have essentially a guy in the batter's box, just like fluffing himself,
Yeah.
like in the room, kind of like watching her bang somebody before he banged her,
Oh, yeah.
which is odd. I mean, it makes sense. Like,
Good for you.
I guess.
Man. That feels crazy. Now, not to be outdone, Lily Phillips says that she wants to one up this lady. And I gotta tell you, if you ladies want some airtime, come on the show. We'll talk about it.
Dude,
it'll be cool. It'll be chill. You can fly me to England, whatever. He's in a location to be determined, so he can't go. Oh darn, it'll just be me. But I feel like I can help you guys out. I don't know.
I just don't feel like there's no way. Like, cool. Like, I believe that 1,070 or 1,057 dudes like penetrated her.
Yeah.
But I think there needs to be a more specific definition of what sex is.
Yeah.
For the purposes of like these world records.
Yeah.
Because what is it? It's like it's got to be what, like 45 seconds a person in 12 hours, like
yeah.
Which to be fair, that's plenty of time, but
yeah, it's almost too much time. Okay, hold on. There was a fluffer. They did have a fluffer. Look at that.
Dude, I'm telling you, dude.
Yeah, that's the only way you can do it.
I got the mind.
Okay, I'm gonna scroll through this thing. We can look at the map here. So here's the ground floor. We got the ground floor, waiting room over here. There's a walkway, obviously. And then you gotta go through the front door, check your ID here. Come in here, waiting room. All right. Then you go over here, do some stuff, release forms. Then you go down into the basement, into the dungeon. And then that's where the magic happens. But there are also, this is the picture of the place after the fact.
God damn.
Yeah. Use condoms everywhere. Yeah. So,
Yeah.
God, I bet that room smells great, huh?
I'm gonna throw up on stream.
Don't do it. Hold on, we can get paid for it. Throw up on 1,000 men in 12 hours.
I think you would be dead.
Yeah, no, you would have you couldn't do it. Unless you sorted it all out into 1,000 little droplet things. And then got them all.
Got him.
All right. Last thing. Pretty big one.
Okay.
Pretty sad. David Lynch, iconic director, surrealist filmmaker, just a wonderful creative dude. Died 78. So pretty sad. He was a badass. He some of his movies a little confusing, but all the visuals pretty exciting. He did Eraserhead. He did the Twin Peaks series. What was the Blue Velvet? And there's a big one that I'm missing right now. Oh, Mulholland Drive.
Oh, I've seen that. Yeah, it's a good one.
Yeah. It's a lot of really fun stuff. Really, like I said, he's a very creative dude. He did the original Dune movie. Yeah. Back in the 80s. The Elephant Man.
Ooh.
I'm
Nice,
not
okay.
an animal. I am a man. So yeah, R.I.P. David Lynch. Now I can live the rest of my life not getting you mixed up with David Fincher, because David Lynch and David Fincher are two different people, and my brain refuses to acknowledge that. I get it mixed up all the time. David Lynch, very creepy, very weird movies. David Fincher, very intense, crime usually oriented movies. So, yeah. And that's all I got.
All right. If you made it this far, we appreciate you, of course, obviously.
I don't.
Stop what stop what you're doing. Hit that like button, hit that subscribe button. Leave us some reviews. Leave us some reviews, leave us some comments, share us. If you're unsure where to go, Linktree/wokpod, WOKPOD. The link is in the description.
Yeah.
You're welcome.
Yeah.
This is a listener submitted Am I the Asshole story. So
Ooh.
thank you, Dave.
David or Scott or Reginald or whatever
Jerry.
else. Or Jerry. Oh, no, not Jerry.
All right. Am I the asshole for refusing to give my lottery winnings to my family after they excluded me from a family trip?
That's so aggressive. Oh, all right.
I don't even need to read. No,
Yeah,
you're not an asshole.
you won.
It's your money. Fuck them.
Yeah, let me say a little thing by a wise philosopher. It's my money. I'll use it when I need it.
Oh,
877 cash now.
Thought you were gonna go. It's my money and I need it now.
Well, that's what I meant to say. Fuck.
Oh,
I fucked it up.
all right. Here we go. I, 28 female, come from a family of 5. My parents, my 2 siblings, 30 male and 25 female, and me. Growing up, I was always the black sheep. My siblings were the golden children, and while I wasn't outright ignored, I definitely got the short end of the stick. A few months ago, my family planned a big overseas trip. I found out through my sister's Instagram post, not from them directly. Yeah, they don't like you.
Yeah, they straight up don't like you.
When I asked why I wasn't included, my mom said, "We didn't think you'd want to come, and besides, we're tight on budget."
That's the real reason.
Oh, shit. Oh, it hurt, but I let it go. I don't think you did.
No, clearly you didn't.
Um,
I let it go. Cut to me making a post about, am I an asshole?
Fast forward to a month ago, I bought a lottery ticket on a whim and ended up winning a life-changing amount of over $2 million.
Oh man, I thought it was gonna be $200. I was like, Fuck yeah. Changed my life because I bought so much cocaine with it. And
You're going to be upset then.
yeah.
I decided to use the money wisely. Paid off debts, invested, set aside some for fun. That's the cocaine.
Yep. I know what fun means. Little ski trip.
I didn't tell my family right away because I didn't want them to treat me differently. Well,
Yeah.
word got out after I bought a new car, and now they're furious I didn't offer to share the wealth. Really?
Fuck you,
My mom
people.
said it's selfish to keep all that money to myself when they're struggling. News to me, given their vacation.
Oh, yeah, no
My
shit.
sister, my sister hinted that I should pay for her student loans, and my brother outright asked me to buy him a house.
I like that he just outright asked, though. I think that's, I respect that. Hey, you want to buy me a house? No? Okay. All right. Just thought I'd ask. Like, instead of like, God, these student loans. Wish somebody would do something about them. Thanks a lot, Joe Byron.
I calmly explained that I wasn't obligated to share just because we're related, especially given how they've treated me in the past. I mentioned the trip as an example of how I've been excluded. My dad said, that was different. This is family money.
But did she fucking take some money out of the community change thing on the counter and go buy a lotto ticket? I'm confused.
Oh, man. Now they're all calling me an ungrateful brat and saying I'm ruining the family dynamic. Am I the asshole for standing my ground and not giving them any money?
Fuck no. And also,
Absolutely not.
28 female. Did I get that right?
Yeah.
Shit, what's up, girl? Yeah, I've been thinking that your family sucks this whole time, actually. No. But I think it's so fucking funny how shitty people can do that. They can just like turn on a dime and then all of a sudden they've forgotten all the ways that they've treated you badly because you have something to offer to them.
Mm-hmm.
Like, it is so manipulative, and they should know better. And hilarious that they're like, yo, we're fucking struggling over here. We couldn't even take our least favorite daughter to fucking Europe, dude. Oh, wait, that was you. Shit. Oh, do you want to go to Europe? You can pay for it. I gotta know what the comments say. This is
the number one comment with 23,000 upvotes.
Jesus.
Not the asshole. This is not family money. It's your money. I'd suggest cutting them off, and they'll probably just keep harassing you for money.
Yep.
They'll just use it. They're just here to use you. Yep.
Amen.
It's fair.
What do you think? What do you concur?
Oh, 100%, dude. Like the second, honestly, the dad's comment kind of was like the icing on the fucking cake.
Yeah.
You know, he's like, that vacation is different.
Yeah.
The money that you just won, that's family money. The money we used before was me and your mom and our favorites' money.
Yeah. I kind of wonder if they thought. Now this is some armchair psychology from Dr. Levi over here, but
Okay.
I kind of wonder if they thought that because they have treated this person like shit forever and pretty much got away with it, like they are obviously still in contact, they hang out, she thought that she was going to go on the family trip or could have went on the family trip. I wonder if they thought that they could like bully her into giving them money.
That's what it seems like.
Yeah. Which is fucked up. Yeah. So, you need somebody to take care of that money, girl. Hit me up. I'll make sure none of those bitches see a dime. Okay? All I'm going to need is 2 houses right next door to each other so that Shane can move in. But beyond that,
Yes.
just a brand new Corvette. So,
And I mean, we might need to borrow some money to make like a legit like studio.
well,
so
that'll
we
be
can-
in the back and it'll be across the fence. So
Yeah.
it's like a long garage but you have doors on both sides, and you can go into the other person's yard from the other side. So,
and we might plan a couple trips where just me and Levi go places. It's not because it's not your money. It's because it's me and Levi's money.
Yeah, you should understand that. And also,
you can go next time.
If we invite fucking Bonnie Blue and Lily Phillips over, mind your business also. So they have wealth. We just need to know how to manage it, and they're teaching us saving tips.
Tips, all right.
Yep. Just the tips. That's awesome. That was a great one. Good job,
Reginald?
Andrew?
Let's see. We'd like to thank our friends, first and foremost, the Macabre Emporium.
Yeah.
The Dark Windows podcast with the Kevins.
Yeah.
The Real Creature Feature. And the Society of Cryptid Hunters, and obviously the Remedial Scholar.
Shit. Yeah. All right, that's it. I've had enough. Peace out, bitches.
Tip your bartender.